I was not planning to stay here. It was just for one summer. The reason I was completely in a different mindset, completely in a different path of my career, who I am now. So I graduated 2011. My background, I'm a mechanic engineer for trains, very specific.
Hi everyone, I'm Jason Makstein and welcome back to Moderately Mike. Today I'm joined by Dragan Manic, co-founder of Zip Moving and Storage. Dragan's a Serbian immigrant, entrepreneur, father of three, and active member of the local business community. This story spans immigration, family, leadership, business growth, and customer service and networking. Dragan, thanks for coming out today.
I'm very pleased to be here and thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. So for those that may not be familiar with Zip Moving and Storage, can you just tell us a little bit about the company and what makes your business different?
Well, we've been trying to find that value that makes us different from many other, let's say, 300 moving companies in Montgomery County. What just makes us different now, we've been like 100% accountable moving company. What does that mean? That means if something happened during the moving process, and there's something always happening during the moving process, we take that responsibility 100%, and we resolve that issue really quickly. Another thing is make us different. We provide a guaranteed moving price. And that's really important for us as a moving company, because we don't like to have any surprises for our clients. And how that works, so we don't provide at the beginning the quote, what our clients sometimes they want at the beginning, just to see what's the ballpark estimate. We do provide education. So what does that mean? We want to meet with the clients, we want to talk with them, and see what they actually need. And based on what they need and based on the items they're going to move, then we provide the guaranteed moving price.
Okay. So it's not, a lot of people just completely online and just be like, oh, like here's your price, but then it could be not accurate.
That's right. So from my experience, and we can talk more about that, I learned those two essential things are they're really simple. They're really simple. When you move people, you're actually moving emotions with them. So you have to understand what they're dealing with. So we have to, and also we have to educate the process, because moving is a really complex process. So again, I will just say that education is really important. Just to know each other, just to explain how we work, what's our pricing, and what they need. And then we match. Mm-hmm. Then we match those two things, and I think everybody's happy, no surprises.
That's great. I think that's really a good differentiator, right? That you're kind of taking responsibility and accountability. So you came to the United States from Serbia. What was that transition like, and what do you remember most about those early years? Also, how old were you when you...
So it was 2012 when I came, and I was 26 at that time. What I remember, that was a great summer for 26 back then. A lot of good stuff at that time. I met some friends, meeting new friends. Of course, it was a challenging time for me when I have decided to stay. So that's something that my parents, my family didn't expect, and I wasn't planning to stay, but that's how it happened, and here I am.
That's great. So what's something people who haven't lived the immigrant experience are most often misunderstand about it?
Okay, let me try to understand the question.
So like what was something that was hard or difficult for you coming here that most people wouldn't expect? Or
well, I can tell you for me what's happened, and because we have some okay, I will take strictly about my case, because everybody's
Right.
life is different, and everybody's unique, and they're coming from. But I came from some, like, everybody has like a previous life, and I came from my background, my education, that time completely was my life and my career is not something who I am now. It's completely different, and that's when you came and see things are not as you were. That can be a little bit for people confused. There's can be confusion. So that when you to find yourself and to really love what you do, and to live in an environment and with your family, some people take really long time, and some people never adopt the society, the people around, and I adjusted, and I adopt people around me that have friends and family that they love and they care about me, and I love them as well. So adjustment is like a big thing.
And you were like part of a community also where you had other Serbian friends and stuff in the area too. Did that like help?
Well, I do know some people there also they're coming from the same country. I have a friend. I didn't see him for a while because our life just going different directions. So I did have some friend who was here close with me from the same city. Actually, I was born. So that we can understand each other better, and also like any country has like their own like microculture, so that we can better understand. But now I'm having some Serbian friends, but I don't have much. I have other people that are closer to me, so it doesn't need to be like a necessary Serbian.
Yeah. So it sounds like maybe it helped though early on the transition and stuff too.
Naturally, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so what values from your upbringing in Serbia still guide the way that you run your business?
Well, it's what value shape in me. It's what, of course, I can always start with my family. So that's being like a loyal, hard work, resilient, and I'm trying to pass to my kids. And I'm 100% sure that works in life, and that's never gave up in hard situation. And usually that it's really hard, and change is really hard, but at the end of that process is always good.
And you often talk about your family as your why. How has becoming a husband and father changed the way you think about success?
Well, it gives you a moment when sometimes for example, dealing with a lot of stress as a business owner, you're dealing with a lot of stress, like a daily, and it's on the clock all day, all night.
I can relate to that.
Yep, and that gives you definitely a strength. So gives me, when I see my kids and of course my family, it's like a shelter to you. And it's like a very outside, I mean, say outside, like dealing with the daily work and talking, meetings, hard conversation. Then after work, you have that security, that shelter that give you peace and love.
Yes, great. It's important to have. And so what do you hope that your three daughters learn from watching you build a business?
Bringing a brand, my kids know that, and not that I'm trying to like promoting my brand of the company to them. They just see that naturally. So being consistent in something, build that, people memorize that. So anything that you do and repeat and stick to it. So like for example, hard work or brand or anything, being consistent, it can last for a long time.
Yeah, that's really important, I think. Like I hear a lot of business leaders talking about that, right? It's like doing the hard thing over and over and over again. You create that kind of culture within yourself and your business.
Yes, that's right.
So how did you end up in the moving industry, and what made you decide to start Zip Moving and Storage?
That's probably one of the, I can say the trickiest question.
Yeah.
But I will try to be really short explaining. When I came, as I said, 2012, I was not planning to stay here. It was just for one summer. The reason I was completely in a different mindset, completely in a different path of my career, who I am now. So I graduated 2011. My background, I'm a mechanic engineer for trains, very specific. And then I was deciding what should I do in my career, next step. So I was going. Serbia is like in a, not in EU community, but they have good available programs for international students in Europe, and especially for those countries there. Those industries are highly developed for trains, for example, in Germany. So I went there, and I went in France for a couple times, and I really like it. And I was planning to apply for internship there. And then that was 2011. I was waiting for the response, and then I met one of my colleagues at that time from the college, and he come back from the United States for a summer, and so like I spent a beautiful summer there. I improved my English, so even back then my English was not at the moment that I like it a lot, so I just wanted to come here to improve it. So that's why I applied for one summer to improve my English, and I thought like this is a good chance to go there, because after that I was thinking I'm gonna go somewhere else, or I'm gonna get married, find somewhere else to work. So I came for one summer, and at that time my parents, I didn't say that I'm gonna stay or to find something to work, whatever. I met my current wife at that time. We started dating, and she graduated at Penn State, University of Penn State, and then she started College Park. And I was like, it's like a good. We were talking about this. It's like they have a good College Park program for mechanic engineers. So I start to see if I can do something about it over there. But now, not without saying anything to my parents, of course. It was only like trying to see if I can do something, and I was always trying to be independent, if like thinking and doing some action. And of course, they said like, I transferred my credits. There was a 2012 late summer, and I transferred my credits from my college. My good friend of mine helped me to go to the University of Belgrade and to transfer credits and send me over in the mail. So it took a long time and really costly. So then I realized that I had to be a bachelor degree in mechanic engineering program. I need to have almost 1 year, and that was cost $30,000, which was like a pretty much unbelievable, impossible to get that money for me. And then I started to do something else to provide me that fund that they can go back to school. So I met somebody at the time, and he said, "Would you like to work? Moving company, it's a good money. You can be my assistant." So I was assistant at that time, and that was how I started. Mm-hmm. I worked for somebody else, and he asked me, would you like to open a moving company? So that was a tricky part.
Yeah.
So that was a break point in my life. So from believe that I'm gonna go and find work in the big systems and work for big companies to become a business owner that they never had experience.
Yeah.
Never had experience, and never had experience or any a role model to learn from somebody. That part.
And has that also made you want to be like a role model and like help mentor people and stuff like that and like give back? So we'll get into that a little more. I know you're very big in like the communities and, you know, giving back and stuff like that. So,
I mean, of course, when you're starting a company, and I believe there is of course, there's a certain kind of companies in different industries, but there is a same common ground that like what people like experiencing as owners. It's like hiring good people, starting like essential services that the company needs, payroll, processing, credit card provider, banking, any accountant. So those things can be really, really useful, but also has to be good, knowledgeable services and people.
gotcha. And when you look at like back at the early days of Zip Moving, what are you most proud of?
I definitely want to say that the company is being involved from rental trucks and people that they were not how we have now. Over 40 people work for us, local and long distance, highly trained. At the beginning, you work with what you have, based on your budget and based on what you have, and that's a lot about you. So you're the engine,
Yeah.
and you have, unfortunately, not like the best tools, but then you go step by step. You go up, and you see that beauty of changing, improving, better tools, better people, quality.
And what's something about the moving industry that most people completely misunderstand? Like from the outside, not like people that are in the moving company.
Well, people think that, for example, when I call the clients, my own, and maybe I'm wrong if like I'm giving you this answer, but I would try to maybe to respond in this way. When I call the clients and I say, hey, this is Dragan, and say like I'm owner of the Zip Moving Storage. I just wondering how you're doing. How was your move today? Oh, I didn't expect that I will receive the call from the owner. So to me, I think we are like a regular people, like any other people, like a business owner, like a moving company. We just want to improve our business, and we want to provide good service, good quality for our clients, and we also have our lives, and we also have problems and everything else. So we are humans.
Yeah. And is that sounds like a really cool thing that, you know, have the owner call people after their moves, and is that something that kind of separates you from other moving companies?
Well, I'm not doing every call.
Okay.
Just want to be sure about that. Well, I like to hear when I see that, and I have a system that I can see every email, every corresponding in like a chat or something. So I am very well informed about operational process. So when I see something I detect at the root cause of what's going on, I would like to do personal investigate. So I like to have that touch and to see if, and I like when people are honest and provide me feedback, and they do like that. They like to be heard. They like that. They like, okay, oh, thank you. And so tell me more. and they're telling you more about what's going on, potential, and that's a gold. That's gold when they talk to you and say whatever is a good or provide you feedback. That's really good for the companies and for the business owner.
Yeah.
And I suggest even that to encourage people to provide feedback, and I'll reward my clients for that. We send sometimes a gift card for the restaurant or anything that send appreciation for that valuable feedback.
Oh, cool. So have you ever moved to anyone famous or someone that listeners might recognize?
Well, we did. Okay, so we were part of the show. I think it was 2022, and it was on an HGTV show, and it's Lil Jon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we moved a big, gigantic pool table. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and he is amazing.
Yeah. So you got to like meet him and stuff too.
I didn't personally meet him.
Okay. Your team did.
Yes, my team met them, and they were great. It was a great show.
That's great. That's awesome. And what was the hardest or most unusual item you've had to move?
Me personally?
No, like the company. I mean, if you got you personal story.
Yeah.
Let's hear both. How about?
Oh yeah, we have like a lot of. Now we have a lot of commercial, like interesting, hyperchamber, like big items. They're like a huge, interesting. Pool tables can be really interesting. Conference tables, marble tops. They're heavy. They can be heavy, over 500 pounds.
Oh wow!
So sometimes we can use our strong guys and girls. We also have girls in our company, but sometimes we have to use like a commercial crane that they can pull, hosting through the window and put whatever they need. That big, massive. Also, safe can be really challenging, but also we've done that before. Pianos. They're really heavy. I was not seeing here a lot, but like we were like in this area. But like when I did like a long distance and we did a lot of like sounder states, yeah, definitely like a gun safe. That's a lot that we moved.
And so do some of these like you have to take apart the building to get them in, or take apart like I know pool tables. Sometimes you have to take apart the pool table. And you guys do all that too?
Yeah.
So you take it apart, put it back together, everything?
Yeah. Take apart, put the legs off, and put back, and yeah.
That's interesting. And maybe this has already been asked, I'm not sure. So what's the most memorable move you've been involved with, and why does it stand out?
Okay, one memorable move I remember, it was maybe 7 years ago with my assistant. We were like being, I think, a month in Texas. So we just having like on and on some like loads from Lubbock, Texas to San Antonio, then to Dallas to Houston. It just was like almost a month trip. So that was crazy time spending, and I learned a lot about the guy who was with me, and we were spent a lot, and we were just like talking, and this is funny, and we were like in the middle of the desert, and he just came. He was also Serbian, and we were just chatting, and I was just teasing him. I said like, so tell me, his name is Sal, by the way. So like, tell me, Sal, what you would do if I just stop the truck and just tell you, okay, you're good to go. You're fired. Well, I don't know. I would just find somewhere else like to go and to wash the dishes. Like, but you're in the middle of the desert. What you would do? So anyway, that was fun time spending with this guy, and we've been there, and also there is a many interesting situation, like going into military base, going to Colorado was amazing, some like moves we had there, and Boulder, so that was great, crazy, and sometimes it was dangerous because I was driving a 26-foot-ton truck, and it was 27,000 pounds. Driving, and it was like a slippery little bit, so you have to be really careful with braking, because if you brake too much, then that can be also dangerous, and your brake can got on fire, and you can be in serious danger. So that was also a good trip. Many good trips.
So you drive also?
Yeah.
Yeah, and is that how you started? Like you being a driver, or you being like a lifter, or?
No, I was a helper.
Okay.
I was a helper to somebody, to my business partner, and I was the helper to him. So he was a driver, I was with him, and then later I became a foreman, so a driver, and I have people there, great people work with me, and then after the driver, then I opened a company and become many other things.
So you've done basically all the different pieces of the job.
Yeah.
I think that's good, right?
Yeah.
You understand from each perspective. It's probably very important for you as a business owner to have been through all those pieces versus just being, business owner at the top. You've gone through all the pieces and you know what they're going through, what they're concerned about, stuff like that.
Yes, you're right. And the only thing I wasn't in anything like I cannot say that I'm a sales. That part I wasn't in my company. But now I'm trying to learn how that works. Not to sell something, because my philosophy is the thing is we don't need to sell. Of course, we work for sale, right?
Right.
But to sell something and to go and to chase that leads or prospects doesn't work. Doesn't work like that. Just be who you are, and with those values that I said, that's enough. Very simple.
And that goes kind of right into our next question. So you talk a lot about growth and leadership. What's a leadership lesson you've learned the hard way? Like from making a mistake or something.
Well, leadership is definitely a skill that I learn, and the more experience, of course, you're learning, more becoming something, and definitely change, getting out of your comfort zone. That gave me a different a leadership skill. Be able to change and be able to question any process doesn't work. It doesn't matter, process, performance. So you always have, and also if you talk about people, I learn you try to find your people in the right spot. So just to question them, do you like what you do? And if the answer is no, then either the position is not right or the person is not for that position. So you have to change.
Gotcha, that makes a lot of sense. And was there a moment you realized leadership wasn't about having all the answers, but asking better questions and better?
Exactly, and I like that question a lot. We don't know answer on everything, and sometimes we don't know answer. We have to be to supply that answer. We were just adding some fillers, and we wasting people's time. So that's how I see it. We don't need to add that. We just have to be really direct. If we don't know, say, okay, Jason, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I will find out, or I don't know that. I cannot answer that. I will find out, or that's not my scope of my business. We don't have that. So be direct and not trying to waste people's time. The thing that we cannot return is time.
Yeah.
So that's really important.
Gotcha. It's a good lesson.
It is.
Yeah. So you become very active in organizations like the Gaithersburg Germantown Upcounty Chamber and other local business groups. How has networking helped you grow professionally and personally? And why do you think so many business owners underestimate the value of building those kind of relationships?
Well, again, being consistency is the one part, definitely, and that's hard.
Yeah.
To do something every day, and then not every day to be on events, but to repeat it's really hard. That's the one thing, and it's not only being, so there is a frequency and there is a quality. So what are you bringing into that? If you're bringing, you can show up and that's fine, but also if you want to be really good, then you have to bring something your own and the value, and that's absolutely good recipe for return.
That's great. And I guess also same thing, right, with showing up, and the quality is also what you're getting, those conversations you're having, right? Like you could go talk to 100 people and not get that good results, but if you find the right person, the right conversation, that one conversation could be worth 100.
That's right, and also that conversation is not going to happen today, tomorrow, going to happen maybe in 2 months. So never give up.
Right, and if you're not showing up, if you only show up for 2 weeks, you've missed that one, right?
Yes.
So
we have a quality, we have a consistency. What else? Discipline.
Discipline, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And, interesting thing, I saw a video, right, where the guy says, he's asking, what does discipline mean? So what would you say discipline means?
Discipline means that to me, that you can do, for example, something and repeat it and master it and be really good in doing that quite frequent. But also discipline means you're saying no to other things. So that also can be a discipline.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting, and that's kind of mixes. So when the video that I watched, he said, the guy responded, and it was like Logan Paul, he's famous podcaster. So the guy says, what does discipline mean to you? He said, well, it just means keep doing the same thing over and over again. Like me going to the gym every day at 5 a.m., that's discipline. And he says, well, but you like going to the gym. Is it discipline to do something you like over and over again? No, discipline means doing something you don't like or don't want to do and continuing to do it over and over again because you know that it's going to drive results if you keep working on it, right? Like you're doing it not because, hey, I like going to the gym every day, right? You're doing it because I don't want to go to the gym, but I know that it's healthy for me, or I know that it's going to bring up the results, or, so like discipline's doing those things that you don't necessarily want to do all the time, because it doesn't take discipline to do what you want to do, even if it's every day, right? Mm-hmm. So I thought, and you kind of had a similar answer, right? It's that way of doing what you want to, or doing what you feel like you need to do or don't need to do, right? Like I think that's a very interesting aspect you brought in, right? Is knowing the discipline to not do something that you want to do.
Exactly.
Is also, right? Like
yes.
Yeah. So if I love salads, eating salad every day is not discipline. But if I love sweets, not having sweets every day, that's discipline.
You have to say no.
So,
you have to say no. Many other things.
Yeah.
Like I need like a bad habits.
Yep.
Just say no, or like a bad thoughts.
Yeah.
Or like a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Time blocking, discipline.
Yeah.
That's really important for a business owner.
Yeah, and
other people to say no.
That's something I've struggled with a lot with, like as my stuff has grown, there's so many demands on you. So many people want me to do this, want me to do that, go to that event, cover this issue. And it's like, well, I've got to realize what is moving my business forward, what is, what does my audience care about, and like saying no to these other things that don't provide value to me or don't provide value to my audience, or that it's uneven, right? Like it's where all the value is coming from me and they're not really pulling their share. So that's kind of some of the lessons that I've had to learn, because I'm much of a people pleaser, I'm always, yeah, sure, let's do it, let's help you. And it's like, well, and my wife has helped me with this a lot, because she's like, you have so many things going on that you have to say, well, what do I get from it? Or what does my business get from it? And you can't just say yes to every opportunity.
Yep. Well, can I just add there?
Yeah.
I can
of course.
extend the topic about
yes.
that discipline
It's good combo.
and also I like when saying no doesn't mean saying no to everything. You have to also have that open mind. It's like, okay, yes, and that's also a good thing to say.
Yeah.
Okay. However, you have to measure that thing. You put the time boundary to say, okay, yes, to this project, to this thing, whatever you want to do, relationship. But let's see what's gonna come up. Doesn't work.
Right,
and
that's right.
Just
because you said yes initially doesn't mean you have to continue, right? Spending hours and hours, right? You have that hour, and you say, let's see if it works out, and then we'll talk more in the future, or it doesn't.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you're becoming stuck in a yes man position when you say everything yes, and then you're overstretched, and you don't have that capacity, and then that's agony.
And so this kind of feeds into our next question, which is about becoming more efficient. So you're also exploring AI within your work. How are you using AI in your business today, and where do you think it can help service businesses without losing the human touch?
Okay, without using the human touch, I don't know that. Maybe you can help me with that. But I believe and I see that works for me in my company, combining with people, with human touch works amazing. It's a game changer. So, and we can explore what part. For example, like a writing, like responding email, and like a communication, which of course my English is not the first language. I tried and I learned, I went to school to improve that, but still. And of course, people, doesn't matter if like a first language or second language, people make mistakes.
Right.
But combining human and AI give like a really nice, precise communication, texting, or like of just responding to email. And of course, have to be at the end, like just to verify that's everything okay. And we don't want to put too much, because we can then maybe we can add that mistrust from other person, that like, oh, this is like a generic AI respond. This person is whatever.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a combining those two things, like a communication, analyzing. AI, how I see it, it's a tool like any other tool. It's through the human history. It's like giving like a competitive advantage for anything, and for the business, it's like helping me analyzing very fast. And also, I'm saying to everyone, especially if it's something like it's abstract, like a mechanical engineering, you have a lot of drawing, you have a lot of theories, but you don't know how it works. So this can also give you that dimension of like a theory putting into like a business in some other like a models. Like I was doing a lot of research about the price theories, So dynamic pricing, like for example, when the price for certain area affect in certain like a group of the clients, and you can do a lot of things. But definitely good stuff. I see it, and unfortunately, there is a lot of abuse of AI, which is I'm not happy about it. Today just happened. One of my colleagues got a message and has sent it. Hey, Dragan, did you send me a message from different number? Maybe it's not the AI, but it can be. And like I said, like a no, and he sent me a screenshot, and I saw, hey, give me a call, Dragan.
You're getting so big, they're trying to copy you.
Yeah,
Wow,
yes,
wow.
yes. I'm trying to use my trademark, Dragan.
Oh wow, that's scary, right?
That's scary.
So,
That's definitely not. But who knows? There's always a good side and a bad side.
When people hear the name Zip Moving and Storage 10 years from now, what do you hope they think of?
A local business. They're approachable. They can answer on the phone, and they can solve their moving equals changing needs transition. Moving is not easy. It's definitely a stressful part of life, but has to happen. And we are here to make that happen as smooth as possible. And yeah, that's how I see it.
Okay, now we got a little rapid fire time, so just short answers, short questions. So,
Let's do it.
What's your favorite city you've ever visited?
Rome.
Rome. Okay.
Yes. I like history.
Yeah.
I love history. I'm a history guy.
Okay, so there's
Yes.
a lot of history there.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of history, definitely.
Yeah. What's your favorite place in Serbia?
My favorite place in Serbia, beside my hometown, Zaječar, Belgrade.
Oh.
I've been there in high school, and I spent more time there than Zaječar I was born. So definitely the capital of Serbia. A lot of good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have like a favorite food that's only that's only available in Belgrade?
In Belgrade, I don't know if there is only available there, but Serbian food is definitely now getting more popular to the world and here as well. My favorite food, I changed my diet, so it's not definitely that Serbian food is delicious. However, I adopted, as I said at the beginning, I adjusted. So I like my family. It's chicken nuggets.
So what's your favorite place in the DMV?
I love many places in DMV. I love Rio. Rio is kind of very nice, well-built place for families. I like Park Potomac. I just went the other day, the Billy Goat Trail. It was great. I went myself after I dropped my kids off, and I spent some morning calming down my body over there. So that's a great part. But there is, of course, many good places.
Of course. Yeah. What do you think? Coffee or energy drinks, or tea?
Definitely not energy drinks.
Yeah.
No, not that. Coffee, yes.
Yeah.
What was the tea?
Well, I was just saying, whatever you use for your caffeine intake.
Well, coffee.
Coffee. Okay.
Yes.
Most underrated business book.
Underrated business book. I know. There's the book, The Leader Eat Last. I forgot who was the author, but maybe you can add that
Yeah.
on the bottom. But that's actually a really good book, and I don't know if many people know about it. It says about a lot about leadership.
Uh-huh. That's good. I'll have to check that one out too. So.
Yes.
What's one thing you can't travel without?
I can travel without my headphones, my passport.
Yeah, that's an important one.
I don't know now later, like with the AI maybe, but now you still have a passport, and I like to bring my my like a travel gear for a workout.
Uh-huh.
Yes, like a bands.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. So you
I
can
like-
work out anywhere?
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Not on the airport, but
I'm seeing you in the airport.
yeah, that's not
stretch
good.
around,
That's
yeah.
not a bad idea. Maybe they should have. Maybe they have. Maybe like some like a fancy Dubai or anywhere like those like a containers, like
Yeah,
with,
for working out.
yeah. That should be good. Good,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, it might get some extra people coming in. To,
Well, yeah.
if you weren't running a moving company, what would you be doing?
Well, that I was saying at the beginning. Probably I will work in a big company that I planned after I finished the internship to for this company called Bosch. They do a lot of good stuff, or Siemens. They make trains, electric trains. So who knows? Or work on or not if or in the Serbian railway, like a company, something like that. So that was I was hoping to work, and that's what I was really into, and that's my passion.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Learn a lot about you.
Yes.
So what's one word your employees would use to describe you?
Integrity.
Integrity.
Yes.
That's good. That's a good one to have.
I
to
guess.
think of you. Yeah.
It's hard to live with that.
No, yeah.
Yes.
It can be difficult.
Can be.
What's one lesson or piece of advice you'd like listeners to take away from your story?
Well, we were talking about that discipline and that leadership and then the consistency. But I think like questioning, be curious.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
That's good. Don't fixed mindset. That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
There's no action. Just go out and meet people, and nothing gonna happen.
Right.
You're not gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Nothing bad's gonna
with
happen,
the right
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But like meet people, action, and people just people. We all sleep. We all do have certain things in life, have emotions, but we sometimes we are undervalue ourselves. We're hard on ourselves sometimes, and I was like that.
Yeah.
And then I change, and I feel much better.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's wrap it up with, can you just tell us like where we can find your business, like online, website, social media, stuff like that, or your personal brand as well?
Sure. Well, you can Google. Still, Google is still working. For now, is saying about all the AI changing. But if you Google that, we can pop up really on the high top of the Google search. Why? Because we are still having good reviews and reputation, and that's like a core for any business to have very good quality and the reviews. So that, and also searching me, you can search Dragan Manic, and there is also pop-up of my sub-page from the website, so you can learn more about my story. Over there I have audio podcast, so people can learn, and also if anybody want to connect with me and learn and get connected, can go on my LinkedIn and just send me a text and I'll respond.
Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for joining us today and sharing your story. Thank you to everyone for listening to Moderately Mic'd. If you enjoyed this conversation, be sure to follow, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find it valuable. We'll see you next time on Moderately Mic'd.